Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're exploring the top 5 cities people regret moving to. Moving to a new city can be exciting, but it can also be a big decision with potentially disappointing outcomes. We'll look at reasons why people might regret relocating to these cities, from high costs of living to weather and traffic. So, whether you're thinking about relocating or just fascinated by urban life, grab your map and maybe a snack, because we're diving into the good, the bad, and the sometimes ugly side of city living. Our first stop is New York City, the city that never sleeps. Bright lights, Broadway shows, endless pizza, what could go wrong? The allure of NYC is undeniable, while the reality can be more complicated. The constant hustle and bustle can be overwhelming because the pace never slows down, which can be great for some but a nightmare for others. But one of the biggest drawbacks is the cost of living. Everything comes with a hefty price tag. Rents are astronomical, groceries are even more expensive, and finding a parking spot is a nightmare. The financial strain is real. Good luck finding an affordable apartment that doesn't require you to live in a closet. Space is a luxury few can afford. NYC traffic is legendary, and not in a good way. The gridlock can test anyone's patience. Between honking taxis, constant construction, and the sheer number of people, it's enough to make your head spin because the noise never stops. And navigating the subway system at rush hour is a whole other level of commuter chaos. Packed like sardines, it's a daily struggle. Summers are hot and humid, winters are brutally cold and snowy, and April showers can leave you soaked to the bone. The weather is as extreme as the city itself. If all this sounds good, you may have just found your new home. From the East Coast, we head west to Los Angeles. Known for its sunshine, beaches, and celebrity sightings, Los Angeles might seem like a dream come true. But as with any dream, there can be a harsh wake-up call. And that call often comes in the form of massive traffic jams. Traffic in Los Angeles is legendary. It's not uncommon to spend hours stuck on the freeway, inching forward at a snail's pace, so don't even think about getting anywhere fast during rush hour, because it's not happening. Which brings us to another point. A car is almost a requirement in this city because public transportation is almost non-existent. And while the weather is generally amazing, it comes with a downside. Smog and lots of it. Oh, do you need a place to live? Housing in Los Angeles is really going to stretch your paycheck. Our next stop takes us north to the Golden City, San Francisco, the city by the bay. With its iconic Golden Gate Bridge, charming cable cars, and vibrant tech scene, San Francisco has a lot to offer. The city is a hub for innovation, attracting tech giants and startups alike. But even in a city as beautiful and innovative as San Francisco, there are some downsides. First up, the cost of living. It's no secret that living in San Francisco comes with a big price tag. San Francisco is consistently ranked as one of the most expensive cities in the world. The demand for housing far exceeds the supply, driving prices through the roof. Housing costs are so astronomical, and even a tiny studio apartment can set you back thousands of dollars a month. Many residents find themselves spending a significant portion of their income just on rent. And once you factor in the cost of everything else, you might need a second or third job just to make ends meet. The high cost of living can be a major source of stress for many, which leads to another problem: a huge homeless population. San Francisco is known to have one of the highest number of homeless people living in the Tenderloin district and other homeless camps. And then there's the weather. San Francisco is known for its cool, foggy summers and mild, rainy winters, which some might find dreary and depressing. The fog, often referred to as Carl, can roll in unexpectedly, giving a dark gray cast over the entire city. Next, we head south to the Sunshine State and the vibrant city of Miami. Known for its beautiful beaches, Art Deco architecture, and Latin American culture, Miami is a popular destination. But even in paradise, there are a few thorns among the roses. One of the biggest drawbacks to living in Miami is the humidity. Miami is located in a tropical climate, which means that the humidity levels are consistently high. This can be incredibly uncomfortable, especially during the summer months when the temperatures reach well into the 90s. And speaking of summer, let's talk about hurricane season, Miami is located in a hurricane-prone area, and residents are on edge every year from June to November, so be prepared to take shelter. Still thinking of moving here? Well, please know that Miami is not a cheap city to live in, and the cost of housing, groceries, and transportation can quickly eat away at your budget. You might just need a roommate or two. Our final destination takes us to the Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, a place where the urban landscape meets the natural beauty of the surrounding mountains and water. Known for its coffee culture, grunge music scene, and stunning natural beauty, Seattle is a city that seems to have it all. From the iconic Pike Place Market to the towering Space Needle, there's no shortage of landmarks to explore. But even in a city as cool and vibrant as Seattle, there are a few things that can put a damper on the Emerald City shine. First up, the rain. It's a defining feature of Seattle's climate. Seattle is famous for its rainy weather, and for good reason. The city receives an average of over 38 inches of rain per year, and it's not uncommon for it to rain for days or even weeks on end. The gray skies and frequent showers are something you get used to, but they can also be a bit depressing, especially during the long winter months, so your mental health is something to consider if you move here. Now let's talk about affordable housing. There is none. The demand for housing in Seattle has driven prices up, making it difficult for many to find a place to live. Like many other cities on our list, Seattle is experiencing a housing crisis, and the cost of living is skyrocketing. This has led to a growing number of people struggling to make ends meet. Seattle also has its fair share of traffic problems because the city is located on a series of hills and is surrounded by water, so getting around the city can be challenging and frustrating, especially during peak hours. So there you have it, folks, our whirlwind tour of the top 5 cities people regret moving to. Every city has its pros and cons, and what might be a deal breaker for one person might be a non-issue for another. The most important thing is to do your research, weigh the pros and cons, and make sure you're choosing a city that aligns with your values, lifestyle, and budget. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.